neutralizing, sort of stabling effect, as opposed to necessarily a grounding effect. But this is right here, actually, this piece is one of my favorite crystals. It's actually one of the first really kind of powerful channeling experiences I had years ago from this crystal, because tourmalines are very, very electric. They're very powerful crystals. They channel a lot of energy. They're very, very high frequency, and that's actually part of the reason why black tourmaline is so powerful at protection and repelling, because it creates this high frequency field in your energy field that will naturally repel a lot of lower harmful frequencies. But anyway, I'm going to jump right in, say hello to everyone who's joining us, but I'm going to jump right in because it's so typical with channeling. There's that distortion of time, or that ellipsis of time. For me, when I channel, it literally feels like it's a minute, 90 seconds, something like that, and I open my eyes and oh my gosh, it's been 10 minutes. So I'm going to get started here with black tourmaline. So closing my eyes and just centering my energy. And immediately I feel the energy of black tourmaline move right through me. It comes up through my arm on my receptive hand, through my heart chakra, and down into my hand. I can literally feel its energy forming and pooling in my dominant hand here. And now it's starting to work on my lower energy. There's a lot of denser kind of energy in my energy field right now, in the lower part of my energy field and chakras, because I've been doing a lot of work because it's almost vacation time, baby. So I can feel it starting to work through in terms of lightening up that dense energy in my energy field, and beginning to clear through, because that's one of the powerful things that black tourmaline does. Again, that purification energy that people tend not to necessarily focus on as much when they're working with it. They tend to focus again more on the protective field that it generates, and it generates that primarily through the energy, the electromagnetic field and energy that's generated by our heart, which is something that's scientifically measurable. It links into that right away, because again, as I mentioned, tourmalines are very, very electric in their energy. It's like running energy through wires. And so black tourmaline functions very well on an electrical level with our bioelectricity is the word that's coming through, in terms of generating that field around us and helping to raise our frequency. Again, oftentimes when we think of crystals that raise our frequency, we think of, high light vibration crystals like selenite, like danbarite. But here's this black tourmaline doing that very same thing, and I'm feeling a lot of energy coming up through my body, up through my legs, a lot of tingling energy as it's sort of clearing and purifying my energy field. And so again, this thing of purification, especially for people who feel like you're really weighed down by energy. There's a lot of heavy energy in the world. There's a lot of heavy cosmic energy that's sort of clearing through, paving the way for some better, smoother times, but also more opportunities to raise and expand in our consciousness. So again, this idea of working with black tourmaline, not just for repelling negativity, but also helping to purify and diminish our own and the denser energy that builds up in our own system, because it's saying, again, there's too much focus outward is what's coming through here in terms of energy that's coming at us, that's negative, that's lower, that's harmful, let's say, without focusing as much on our own. And it's saying we are always affected first by our own energy. And it's not making us bad, it's not making us wrong. We're human beings. We have negative thoughts, negative states of mind, negative feelings, or lower feelings, angers, shames, resentments, whatever it might be. And it's all part of our beautiful package. But it's a reminder that as we have these experiences, that energy builds up in our energy field. And so it's helpful and healing for us to focus on clearing that out from our energy field, from our energy system, as well as focusing more on the outward in terms of the aura, so that we can raise ourselves in our own frequency, which helps with health and healing. It helps with our energy and vitality. It helps with our law of attraction, even in terms of what we're attracting into our experience, manifesting into our experience, co-creating in our experience. So again, this idea of helping to clear out density from our system. And one of it's showing the best and easiest way to work with black tourmaline is actually to place it right over your heart chakra. So you can wear it in the form of a pendant, medicine bag, or pouch. Of course, women can pop it in their bra, but it's also showing me that just even sleeping at night, for those of you who feel this work is resonating, to sleep at night, to place it over your heart chakra for the first 20-30 minutes of your sleep cycle, if you're comfortable laying on your back, placing it there so that it can help clear off your aura, clear off this lower harmful, density that may be building up in your own energy system. It's showing me that it clears it out through the feet. But then also it creates that beautiful kind of electrified force field in your aura, which helps to repel things. So especially for those of you who are experiencing darker things in your sleep, or disturbances, or unhappy dreams, or whatever, but again, things that you feel are coming from the outside, from the astral field, and then coming into your own aura and into your own experience, placing black tourmaline over your heart chakra at night and over that physical heart area that emanates that electromagnetic field will help to repel that, so that when you wake up in the morning, first of all, you'll have well, when you wake up in the morning, you'll feel more refreshed, you'll feel more vitalized, and but also what it's showing me is to make sure you don't sleep with it over your heart chakra all night, just for the first 20-30 minutes, because what it's showing me is that if you sleep with it over your heart chakra for the whole night, you may start to feel like totally wired through the whole night, and even though you're sleeping, you'll be sleeping on a much more conscious field, or sort of lighter state. You won't drop down into that deep REM sleep. So it's actually advising not to sleep with it all night, just for that first 20 or 30 minutes. And so we're beginning to wrap out of here now in terms of the channeling. And so I'm coming out of that now. So that's the information from black tourmaline. That's the guidance that's coming through right now and a way to work with it. So I hope that that was of service to you. As I said, this is absolutely one of my favorite crystals, crystal allies in my own process and my own work. So coming out of the wiring now. So that's the end of the channeling today for black tourmaline, and just letting all of you know next week, because I am going to be on Yuletide break, I won't be doing a live channeling, but I am going to record a channeling this week, and I will post that to IGTV next week, next Wednesday at noon, so you guys can watch that. And the crystal I'll be channeling from that is natural citrine. So tune in for that.